Okay.
Why is it smelling something?
Okay, so we're good. I think we're recording at the moment.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
The
So,
ugu is, or the ulubu is smelling still fresh. I think it's gonna cook.
Amechi, were you talking to?
And with
Are you
you,
talking to?
I was talking about the soup that I'm smelling in my house.
So, we have container. We have our container. I'm creating our container. Okay. Based on what we are trying to do, this container is supposed to have white background. So let's begin with the white background first. Goodie. Background and background color white. This guy actually gave us a whole lot of things. Let's see what the suggestion was. 100% with 100% flex. Blah blah blah. Okay. You you are not close to what we want. Background color. Building writing programs nowadays is very much easier compared to okay, compared to job what availability how so you want monopoly. Huh? So what it means is that we'll have more people who it will somehow it will work, somehow it will not, because one of the problems that is facing us, even when you think that the job market is so saturated, one of the things that issues we have, especially people who are into production, is people recognizing value when they see it. A lot of us don't know. So you have few people who are aware of technology and what technology is doing, and then importance of technology. And you also have people who understands that but they don't use it. There are people who doesn't understand, so there's no need to use. So you see, there are a lot of people who have not even there's is not maximizing technology. So if it's getting many people getting into it, and then all that, it will make awareness, take aware, it will increase take aware. Because if you check one day you no get no job, you finish learning, no job, nothing. You just boy your uncle say I marry him up maka technology, man all year get help. By doing so, that your uncle, Google might not even have reached your uncle. Your uncle might be talking a story, it's a different thing that they're saying, but you speak their language, so thereby gaining their knowledge. So the monopoly sometimes is not the solution to much conversions and all those availabilities. Yeah. In a Kunu job availability, that is all to be much of mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You keep it. I understand what you're saying. That's what I'm still saying. That's what I'm telling you now. Because if you wait for one day, 1 month, no job is coming, you go to your village and talk to your uncle to get you a job, to give you work to do. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So
So
I've given it background, but at this moment, I don't think you're going to see anything.
reflect.
Um, I don't think you're going to see anything right now. So let me give it a height first, Godi. Kaina Fugodi. Let's give it a height. Maybe give it 500. Sorry, I think this is going to be huge. Then sorry, pixel. We have width pixel. So let's even be seeing what we're doing. Oh,
And I've
have we?
noticed it
We've not
before.
added it
Add
in
it.
the. Yeah, so we need to really add body components here. So we need to import body. Okay, so we import the body components, and then of course the body, and then from okay,
Dot. But
so dot body. So this is not actually
yes,
sorry
it's
the
one.
body.
We didn't include import something in that body.
This
That's what
Export,
we're doing.
import.
Okay, yes. So let me. I'll go back to it now.
So is that the body you are looking for?
Yes, no, I've added the body now.
The body you used here, dot slash B, small letter B.
Yes, that was what the name of the file is here.
Where is it? Okay. Okay.
Yes. So so I need to export the fault.
Export the forward.
Then body.
Okay.
Yes, because the name of the component is capital letter. So I've not really imported I didn't import in the body, I didn't
Yes.
import the CSS. So that's another reason why it's not showing. So I have to come to, so import, import,
What is this?
yeah, I think CSS, it should be inside CSS and then body is the CSS. Yeah. So I think we should be able to see something now.
So you didn't set this pixel. Why?
Hmm?
Why didn't you set pixel
Um, yeah, okay.
in
So
the end?
pixel, the unit of measurement here needs to be here, but sometimes it doesn't really
It doesn't
matter.
affect it.
So okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so let's centralize it
So we have to centralize it
and
now.
give it
So let's go
rounded,
back to.
rounded body.
So let's take the width. The width is more rectangle than square.
It's smaller. Yes, it's more rectangle than square.
Okay. No.
Let's stretch the width
So
and then a
500. So
little on the side.
500 should be okay. Okay.
No, it's small though.
Okay. That's it. That's it. Okay. 500
Okay.
looks. That's it. That's it. That's it. So there is a rounded.
Okay.
If you notice, there's a rounded. It has
Rounded
a,
border.
yeah. So we add border radius. So
Then we'll
border
flip
radius,
it.
all of them are curved. So I can do 7 pixel for general.
Okay.
That is one shorthand. So it affects all of them. So it doesn't look like it is. So I have to make it 10 pixel, and then so let's take it to the center first, right? And
And
then
then we'll flex it.
yes. So what do we do now to take it to the center? Oh, congratulations. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Then
So
margin it down.
okay.
The,
So I should margin it down, ba?
uh,
Okay. So that's margin top 10 pixels. Okay. Margin. People should be used to
still
this
push
particular
it
one.
down.
You should be used to this thing very well now. This is too much.
Okay. Think it's too much, yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Then
So we
flex
can.
it.
So I think the width is still needs touch. So
With
yeah, the width still needs to touch.
700.
Yeah. Yes, it's okay.
this
It's
is
okay.
better. Yeah.
It's okay. Okay.
So
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 going back to our guy here, we have something like a test here. Should we do that or we'll leave it? Okay, let's leave it.
you'll do it now. So
Okay,
no,
so
we'll
let's.
finish that part and then we'll come to this white one.
I should do the test, the splitter.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's allow it as what we used to, we'll do rishi, right? So let's do
Okay.
this one's important in case if we are caught anytime. Let's really achieve something. So we are going to the components inside the first row first. That's the first
So
column.
why not flex this your main one so that those columns will just be separate on their own?
Yes, you mean yeah, surely. We'll do that. We have not gotten to that. So the next guy is co1, right? And
Yeah.
then dot co2, two, sorry, code two. So code one. So let's give it a background first, right? And then after we'll change just to troubleshoot. So the other
Okay,
one
yeah.
is let's give it
White.
blue. The background is already white. So let's give
Yes.
this guy background red, so it will be so obvious. Let's know where it ends. So each of them, we give them a height and then a width, right? So
Yes.
um, okay. Hmm? You said okay.
No, it's not the
Uh,
same height with the
you sure?
container.
So we reduce it. It won't be the same height to the container though. But we'll still remove this thing. This thing is just for us to be sure of what we're doing. Yes.
Yes.
So we still remove all this, even the height here, because we want the height to be determined by the content as well. Um, hello. So I know you know why you're saying this. Yes. So I have to come here now to flex the container. Display what? Flex. No, don't use floats for now. Yes, I did. I did save. Yes. Okay.
It's not flexing.
Uh, okay. Let's see. You see what I just did now? Mhm. Now the flex is like that since the parent is flexed. There's this particular technology in flex that you can use to give them as per ratio every content that is flexed. How much of the size would they contain in that body? Each of them. So if you say one is like 1:1. So both of them will have the same. So you see, I didn't use width because the content might be dynamic. Like, what if the content? So no matter how dynamic this thing is, even if you zoom this thing, I see it. So it's much responsive. Even if you turn it inspect now, let's put this responsiveness. So this is Samsung C15, right? Uh, so at this moment, we'll go back, flex one, flex one, flex one. So 1:1. So with this, of course, you know, the height is not, we need to really put it, I'll make them align. So there's also technology that works in flex, justify center and align center. Yes. So we have align items, right? So align items, sorry, it has to be inside the parent. So align items. So each of the items at the center. So let's see if this gives us what we want. Do you see what just happened?
Yes.
So you see why this portfolio project is important. So most these things are technical things that makes work easier. That will also make the page adapt whichever. So it's more professional to do your works like that. Okay, so you can see it adapt. So even if I increase the height, both of the height, you know, um, this thing I did here, right? I could just instead of doing because both of them have the same height. Production, I can just copy one height, delete all the heights in this one, and then create a style sheet for both of them for each property both of them have in common. So I have dot column, so dot comma go to. So I'm going to remove these things that they just added for me. So all I needed. So they have height in common. So please. You see why this where these things are used? So instead of putting them one by, so if any issue, you just go to that particular one in line 21 and it will affect all of them, even if there are 21 million hundred that have that same height in common. So this is one way to do your, as in work around your project. The the height of, so if you want it, if you want it to take the height of the container, so do height 100%, right? But sometimes it might not work. Sometimes it might not work, oh, right? Because it depends on if the position that is, if that particular parent is relative, it works. Mhm. But if it's absolute, it will not work. Okay, so but that we don't want it to be 100% now, because it has. So we can do, instead of doing 100%, since we are now going using percentage, so we can do 99.5%. No, it will be too much. You see, it's small now. So you can reduce it to 99%. Or even at that, even if I don't want to give them, since I give them 100% height, right? I will come to this place because there's a spacing. Why, what we want to achieve now is this. Is the spacing. You see, but there's something I'm discovering. The spacing here and the one at the top, the right and the bottom and all of, they're the same. So why don't I use padding? Pad the parents. Use the parent to pad it. No, I mean padding it means, I mean like, so that I don't need to
Exactly.
the height now. Like I gave it 100%, but here I can add a padding here with shorthand, all of them the same padding, and pad them to 20 pixel. Because you know the height is in percentage. So it's a formula 100%. So it will give 100%. But now 100% of what? The parent already has some padding already, so it can pass it. Yes, it can pass it. So with pointer. Okay, so what is still remaining now is to add, give this guy a rounded, because I think
But
this guy has two.
I read it.
No, the white will have, but you will not know. Okay, so I think they gave it
White
to
height.
them separately. Yeah,
There is
separately.
also
Huh?
a space in between the blue and the red.
No. That one we can talk to the this co one itself to give it to give its own separate
Equal.
padding or whatever, or we can use padding or margin to separate both of them from the left. Yes, now. See now, there's another thing here. See, let me check if I can find it. There's something again you need to do here. There's a technology called column gap. Is it column gap? I can try to remember that. Column gap 20. Let's see what this looks like. I can't remember, but let's try it out. Okay, so that's it. It worked. Column gap. This is the first time I'm using this, but I feel this should have this. But you know, one thing with designing is, if you understand the structure, you can create anything you want to. That's the way I've been training people. I've not used column gap before because there are frameworks that does those things now, but because I know that there has to be some kind of technology around flex and all that. So I just type gap. That is the reason why auto suggestion help, because if there's no auto suggestion, I just type gap and I saw column gap. Column gap looks like what I was looking for. Right. So I just gave column gap because that column gap will help us to achieve that spacing, right, in between both of them. Parent, because the parent, most anytime you are doing flexing, the parent has a lot of options. Is the more of the options are applied in the parent from there. If the only thing I'm doing in flex in both of them here is just to tell how much of the flex position can each of them stay. That is 1:1. That is the only flex option of my property that is I'm giving to each of them. So, and if you see how dynamic this thing is, if I tell you how dynamic this thing is, this is the best way to do your dynamic, that is have a side dynamic. So it's not like when you create all those things, you'll be putting static width, static pattern, and all those things. When you now, because that is exactly how it is with the screen you are testing. If another person views that thing from another screen, screens differ. So it will scatter everything. And that thing can give you a very high blood pressure.
So I'll
We'll
pick
soon
up at
round,
12:30.
we'll soon round up. Can we do one today?
I need